There it is. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first of our supplier showcases for 2025. I'm absolutely delighted to bring you a plethora of amazing partners that we're working with right now. A great little mix of activity-based partners, lots of celebrity speakers for those of you who might be looking for comedians, for example, or great hosts. We've got fantastic Italian style restaurants for you, great hotel partners across the city and in the rural areas. And we've got a fantastic, amazing partner that has four venues in one pretty much on a university campus just out in Loughborough as well. So it's wonderful to be able to bring you all together. These sessions are designed to have 10 minutes each with each partner, and they're going to share as much as they can about their business, but also how they can help a lot of our PA community. Many of you will be looking to source different partners, look for different suppliers for different types of events, or perhaps sometimes you're just sat there thinking, I need some ideas and inspiration about how I can take this event that I want to do from the start all the way to completion. And a lot of the partners that are on this call today can absolutely help you every step of the way. So without further ado, I think the first person we're going to introduce today is Mr. Joe Fern from House of Mash. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, that's okay.
Lovely
I
to meet you all.
just a bit of context into how I met Joe. Years ago, I used to work at Resorts World, and during the school holidays, our resort was absolutely packed with kids, and I was like, "Oh my goodness me, how are we going to try and entertain all of these children during the school holidays?" And Circus Mash were there which is just one part of the business, entertaining all the children throughout the school holidays, and it was absolutely fantastic. And Joe has recently supported us with our first ever PA Forum School Engagement Program, where we took some of the fantastic performers that he works with into a school, and we taught the kids how to do some juggling and plate spinning, which is very much what PAs do on a daily basis. So, Joe, and I just wanted to say a thank you to you for supporting us with that event, because it was absolutely fantastic. But
We love
we'd
it.
love to hear a bit more about you, Joe. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so I'll start off with circus. It's my life. I kind of always wanted to be in the circus as a kid. When I was 18, I left to join a circus in the USA and was there for 5 years. From that, I got a lot of skill, just training young, and traveled all over the world with circus. I came back to Birmingham, where I'm from, probably tell by the accent, in 2011. And then I just started teaching some circus. There wasn't anything around at that point, so it very quickly built into a business what was Circus Mash and what was Circus Mash for a long time, which is now a community circus program where we do classes, we do community shows, we do lots of different things where we involve people in circus. There's outreach to schools that happen within that, and that's really the social side of the business. And then House of Mash is a performance company, so that we do two different things. We create shows and we make our own shows, and a lot of these shows have young people in and emerging artists, and we try and really bridge kind of the community circus and the professionals, because there's not really many opportunities for people to become a circus performer professionally. You can go and do a degree in London and come out at the end of that and still be looking for work. So I'm really trying to fill that gap. So we make our own shows and we do team building, corporate team building. So I've got a little presentation for you that I'll run you through quickly about House of Mash. But if anybody ever wants to do circus, I'll give you all a free class, right? I just want people to come and do it.
Oh,
right?
I mean,
email me
can I
bring a
say,
friend, because I tell you what, it's a bug that bites you, and it's the gym all in one, right?
yeah. Can I just say, literally on next Friday, me and my best mate are going to do silks. Like, we're going to be hanging from silks from the ceiling somewhere. I mean, I know, Hayley, don't put your. She's like, no, Dan, we don't want to see that on social media. Thank you so much.
We do.
Yeah, we're going to do a silks workshop next week, and I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I can't wait. So thank you, Joe. Yeah, please share your presentation with us.
You're welcome. Yeah, I can't wait to have you. You definitely need to film it or get some pictures. I don't think it says it's sharing. Can you see it?
Not yet.
No.
Your video isn't working. We couldn't access your camera. Okay, let me try again. Sure.
It's good old technology, eh? We love it. You see, this is the thing though. Joe used to be a trapeze artist, so he never used to spend his time on a computer. He'd be always up in the sky, jumping from platform to platform, I think. So.
Okay, so it isn't working. So I will talk.
Oh, there
you through
it is. It's
is it?
yeah, it's there. It is. We've got it.
Brilliant. Okay, right. So I'm going to go through the team building and kind of stuff. So, as I said, my life is Circus. So everything we do is pretty much bespoke. I like solving problems, and I like when somebody comes to me with a problem, and I'm like, how can I solve it with Circus? So this isn't, you know, when people say Circus team building, they think a few people in the field with plates and, you know, like a clown maybe there, but this isn't that. Okay, we can do that, but this is really about taking all the lessons that I've learned from kind of athletics and, you know, being kind of like, you know, disciplined and kind of boiling it down in different ways to kind of find different solutions. So I'm just going to quickly run you through this. Why us? I mean, why us? Because we're passionate about circus, and what I'm starting to realize is actually in the UK we're kind of like circus specialists, and I've never really said that to ourselves before, but everything we do comes from kind of all the different disciplines across circus. There's aerial stuff in the air, acrobatics, ground stuff, balance stuff, specialist stuff. It's just it's an umbrella term of lots of different things. Just as an example, as I say, one of these things, so this is Splice. This is recently we created something for a client, and they wanted something different, and last year they did a bridge building exercise, which I've seen this about a bit, where you go and have lots of different things and they build a bridge and various things, and I'm like, well, how can we circus that up? In our world of performance, you know, the show's always going on. It's never ready. Behind the scenes, it's never ready. There's always a costume not done, or, you know, an aerial. It's just never ready. So it's just, the show must go on. We took that concept and we threw lots of performers into a group of people that were trying to get ropes ready for the aerialists. The performers are training around everyone, and changing the direction in which this experience is going in order to get the show ready. Okay, I'm not explaining this very well because I'm talking fast. But essentially, really, the point in this is it's immersive experiences. So I like to take a group of people and dump them into a show and be like, this is the show and this is happening. You've got to kind of solve all these problems. So it's not kind of like a game that's competitive, but everybody's got the common goal, and we need to do something fun. But I find with having circus performers around and just people training and doing really cool things, it's entertaining as well as team. So that's an example of one of the things we do. Really simply, on the bottom end of that, if you've got anyone that just wants to have an activity that kind of is completely accessible for anyone, neurodiverse, anybody physically disabled, like this is perfect because circus has got so many skills. So we offer a 15 participant circus skill workshop, and we can come to you for that, or you can be a bit more adventurous like Daniel and come to our space and do aerial and do various other different types of acrobatics. The hardest thing for us to do is to sell the circus in, because people are like, oh no, I can't do that. But I promise you, come along and experience a class and experience it for yourself, because I think then you can be the best salesperson for this. It's so accessible and it's so fun, and our environment is so supportive. And as I said before, my life is circus and my team's life is circus, and we just want to pass these skills on. I've gone about that all day, so I'm going to move on quick. We have done some other stuff as well that kind of sits outside the traditional circus stuff, but again, it's an immersive experience. So the last sports day we had 4 cheerleaders there, an acrobat, a comedy umpire, a DJ. So around the edge of kind of everybody doing the sports, there's a show to watch, and I want people to feel kind of part of that show. So again, just plugging away at that immersive experience. And then moving on from team building, we do family days as well. So that might be just set up in a small way, a workshop where we kind of engage people, kids, drop in, drop out. We are producing 3 musicals at the moment. We're calling them micro musicals because they're only 20 minutes long, but they're super family friendly, super silly, but heartwarming and empowering. You know, that's the message. Like, we want to go away and make people achieve their impossible. And that's really our kind of motto: achieve your impossible. Because everyone thinks circus is impossible, but it's not. All right. So that's kind of and then that bridges into entertainment. And that's pretty much it. I'll put a few things on there, what we need. But like, if you've got any other questions, please, anytime, just drop me a message. If you want a creative chat because you need a creative solution, it doesn't have to be about circus. Bone me, because I kind of really enjoy to, I don't know, find solutions to problems. Anyway, that's me. I'll pass on now. Cheers, Daniel.
No, Joe, thank you so much. And like I say, I'll trust me, that second slide in that won't be a photo of me next Friday. I can assure you of that. But I think it's a great. This is a great way. I think when we did the school engagement program, we had a gap in the middle, and we got the corporates to do it. we had like PAs from the RSC, Galliford Try, Wilmot Dixon, Shoesmiths, all doing juggling. They absolutely loved it because they said while they were doing it, you concentrate on it so much that you just literally cannot think about anything else. And from a well-being point of view, it was awesome. And for those of you that have got venues, Joe would love to have a conversation with you, particularly around if you're doing B2C campaigns as well, to see what you can do. So next up,
I've just flashed up that on there as well, so you can see our venue. I don't know if you can see it now, but
yeah,
we've just had a 3.1 million development with some youth money. So it's super cool space in King's Heath if you ever need that. All right,
amazing. Thank you.
No
So next
worries.
up, we've got the wonderful Hayley Hardy from IMAGO, and I went over to Burley Court the other day, and I'll tell you what, after working in venues for 12 years, it is probably the best refurbishment project I have ever seen. So I don't know if that's a bit of a build-up for you there, Hayley, but thank you so much for supporting us. Tell us a little bit more about your venues.
Yeah, thank you. And Joe, really interesting. I don't know how much you know about IMAGO venues. We're part of Loughborough Uni, so we come at kind of high performance from a slightly different angle, but certainly have British gymnastics based here at Loughborough. So yeah, it was quite interesting to see a different angle with the circus side. But on to us. So I will just jump onto my presentation. Hopefully it works. And
Yeah, we
thank you
got
for
all
those.
good.
Thank you for those lovely words, Dan. So I'll just take a quick canter through a bit about us and possibly a slightly different presentation, perhaps, that you might otherwise have from venues. So welcome to IMAGO. Basically, what we're keen to impress upon you is that we don't just offer venues. We provide the perfect environment to ensure that your teams can deliver at their best. So whether you're hosting a meeting, a strategy session, a residential conference, we bring the A game to your away game. As Dan mentioned, thank you, top-notch facilities here at Loughborough, tailored services where we focus on results. We're here to support your teams in achieving greatness, no matter the challenge. And at IMAGO, success is not just a possibility, it's guaranteed. Obviously, lots of high performance stuff today. I like it. We believe that our role goes beyond simply offering a venue. We're not just a space. We're here to help you deliver results. We understand that every event or conference has a specific purpose, and our goal is to help you achieve that purpose in the most impactful way possible. Whether that's driving engagement, facilitating product discussions, or ensuring a seamless experience for your guests, we're focused on the outcomes that you want to achieve. And our venues are not just places where things happen, they're environments designed to help you to reach your goals. So whilst we offer great venues, what we're really offering is the opportunity for you to achieve results that matter to you and your organisation. Essentially that we really believe in the value of face-to-face meetings, and in conjunction with that we undertook our own research project, which is available to you later on within our virtual goodie bag, that kind of reinforced that value of face-to-face meetings. We know obviously Teams has a purpose, but in terms of kind of spaces and bringing people together, we've got some really impactful research that we can share with you, that pretty much definitively, as we all expected, proves that in-person meetings are 5 times more effective than virtual alternatives. And here we're to help to facilitate that. Sorry, getting my words muddled there. So when our clients come to us, they're not just booking a venue or planning an event, they're here to get a job done. So our kind of analogy is that nobody wants to buy a drill bit. What they actually want is the hole, and we're here to effectively be the tool in helping you to achieve what your strategy is going forward. We help you deliver on that strategy by creating the conditions for success, and that's actually the room I'm in now. I know it probably doesn't quite come across the same, but nice for you to see that as well. We're here to make you win and make your team stronger and your leadership team look great, and also to help you guys look great to your leadership team, given the pressures you face. We've heard it all before. Venues promising state-of-the-art AV, great Wi-Fi, spacious room. You've seen endless photos of empty spaces. But the real question is, how do you really choose? It's not about just ticking boxes and comparing spaces. It's about how the venue makes you feel, whether that makes you feel confident, supported, and excited that your event will be a success. That's where we're here to stand out from all the other options that you've seen, by focusing on what you really want from that venue. What we mean by that is we're a partner that understands your strategy and helps you to deliver it, a space that energizes your team and sparks creativity, and the feeling of you knowing that you've made the right and safe choice. We know that sometimes the risk that applies to you guys when you're booking venues, we're here to help remove that element of risk for you. So who cares about the commodities? We've all got rooms, we've all got neat tables, we've all got chairs, we've all got teacups. But as we say, when you strip that away, that's what's left. And that's what really sets us apart, is what you think of over and above the physical parts of a venue. And that's where we can go beyond the basics to really help support you with that. So we're not solving world peace. It's pretty simple. We want you to meet well, eat well, and sleep well. So meeting, we create the perfect environments for collaboration and for you to deliver on your objectives. We offer delicious food, high quality meals, and lots of nutritionists around our business to support in various ways. And at the end of that long conference, to have a good night's sleep. And again, we've helped to inform that with research that we've done behind the scenes, crossing over into some of our kind of performance world with the athletes. Flexibility, that's absolutely the key of what we do. The spaces are here and flexible, designed around you. We have versatile spaces to ensure that everything fits seamlessly with your needs. There are rarely things that we say no to. We're totally open, we're totally flexible. We're an independent venue, so we can support you. We mentioned it at the top, so as well as kind of the sporting side and the meeting side, we absolutely do see ourselves as the training ground for the elite, where top performers come together. I know, Joe, probably stealing some of your words. So just as athletes rely on the best facilities to hone their skills, we provide world-class venues and resources to some of the best businesses that are within our area and within the Midlands and in the wider UK. We don't just aim for good, we aim for number one in the world. And that's why everything we do is focused on helping you to perform at your highest level, or your teams indeed to perform at their highest level. As I mentioned, we're part of Loughborough University, so we have a wider ecosystem here that can support clients in various ways, whether that's in research, expertise via our business schools, or development, or key speakers in key areas. We actively partner with businesses and organisations to create a collaborative environment where cutting-edge research and innovation can flourish. Our spaces are ideal for venues looking to conduct research or develop new ideas, and we're leaders in certain fields, particularly at the moment around AI, digital, decarbonisation. We have some real key people that could help support some of your events depending on your sector. Again, I mentioned it just briefly at the moment, but with us having sort of a world-class business school here at Loughborough, we can support with management topics as well. So we can offer bite-sized training sessions, again, delivered within our venues, but help to support via our business school. And we can weave in the Loughborough Sport element of that element as well, if you like. That can have an element of going out and doing a sport and practicing marginal gains, and how that would improve somebody's performance to achieve a medal, but helping you to relate that back to business world and helping to support your managers and leadership teams. Sorry, I'm trying to whiz through as quick as possible, Dan. I'm looking at my timer. I think I'm okay. So yeah, we know that there's lots of venues out there, and you know, price is often a key consideration, but you know, to be absolutely clear, price is what you pay and value is what you get. And we feel that we offer excellent value. We know we're not the cheapest option, and that's absolutely fine by us. So ultimately, we want to help to deliver that value, and that's where we're here to partner with you. And certainly within the Midlands, we're very blessed in that respect. And some of the sort of delegate rates I hear coming out of London are just eye-watering. And being from the East Midlands versus probably a lot of the group in the West Mids, I'd obviously champion again that sort of desire to bring people over to the east side of the Midlands as well. Again, just referencing that kind of location, people don't necessarily always think about Loughborough. It's probably not going to come up top of your agenda in terms of locations to hold events, but I cannot stress the ease of access to getting to us. 23 of the M1, we've got direct trains from Loughborough into St Pancras, and we're just up the road from East Midlands Airport, and obviously just down the road from sort of the Birmingham Airport and other connections. So please do consider us as a location. Again, just kind of stressing services at the heart of what we do. we're very fortunate. We have a large number of customers that choose to return to us, and our loyalists said that time after time, it's the personal touch, the attention to detail, and the feeling of being valued that sets us apart. It's the emotional connection that keeps them coming back. So we're not just a venue. We are more than just spaces. Sustainability, again, I'll come on to. Dan's got a few bits to share with you. An event we've got potentially coming up. It is very much a journey, like any business. One of the exciting things that we have brought within our venues is we've introduced sustainable sipping, which is cocktails served within our 50% plant-based restaurant that are made from what otherwise would be food waste. So hulls of strawberries going into cocktails, pan au chocolates from breakfast to go into cocktails as well. So it's an exciting journey for us. So yeah, I'm just whizzing through. So again, as I've mentioned, we're privileged to look after the world's best, whether that be in the sports world or within the corporate world. We're here to support you at every point of that journey. I know what you're thinking. We've been pretty deliberate, haven't really shown you endless pictures of spaces because we've been talking about feelings rather than floor plans. And really, I wanted to connect with you guys on a kind of that emotional benefits level of where we can support you. Obviously, if you're curious to know more, then you're more than welcome to download our virtual goodie bag. I'll make sure that this is just distributed as well, so don't panic right now about grabbing the QR, but if you want to, you can. Within our virtual goodie bag, you will find the brochure, the face-to-face research, a free tree, and our event calculator, so you can actually go on there and get a price for an event. So we offer open, transparent pricing. I think that's us at a canter, Dan. I had just put in about the event, but I'm happy to. Do you want me to quickly whiz over?
Yeah, please, if you don't mind.
So hopefully you guys will receive this invite in due course. And I know, Dan, again, we've been pinging things across, and I've literally just sent it across about an hour ago. So we're holding an event here on the 11th of June, which we'd love you to be able to join us for you guys to kind of take a well-earned break. Bit of an afternoon session, some of our sustainable sipping cocktails and mocktails, because I appreciate a lot of people will be driving, trying some of our kind of light bites, some of our 50% plant-based food, a bit of a mindfulness session. So we've got a mindfulness coach coming in to talk to you, and kind of a positive session around that, bit of a barbecue, and then just leave at your leisure. So I do hope that you can join us and come and see the facilities for yourself. And that is me. Very, very whizzed through version.
No, and thank you so much. And for anyone watching this back, Hayley and IMAGO have kindly hosted the judging days for the East Midlands PA Awards. This will be our 3rd year with you now. So we're all looking forward. Well, I'm looking forward to coming on the 2nd of June, and any of our finalists that are coming to join us that day for their interviews, we will look after you, and you'll be greeted with the biggest smile and the biggest hug. So please come and join us. Thank you, Hayley. Really appreciated.
Thank you.
So next up, that leads nicely on to Benny, really. Benny, I have been supporting at Evolve now for the last 3 months. He's absolutely brilliant. He's got a special place in my heart. Love what he does, and he cares. And I think that's the biggest thing. He wants to take any idea that you've got and be able to transform your event to the next level by making sure that you meet and have the right speaker that's going to hit the right point, get the point across to and get everybody engaged with their organisation. So Benny, thank you so much for joining us today. It's lovely to see you.
Cheers, Dan, and hi everyone. I don't know how to follow that. I think you've done my job for me, Dan, so I'll just log off now. But yeah, I'm Benny. I'm the founder and director here at Evolve Talent and Speakers. I've worked in celebrity talent management and sourcing speakers for the last 15 years. So yeah, taking me to some weird and wonderful places in the world. I actually always really get nervous having to do this kind of thing, which is why I sit on this side of the desk and not the other, and let the professionals get on with it. I haven't got any slides to share with you, mainly just because I've just been showing you pictures of celebrities, which I'm sure you probably had enough of anyway. But I'm happy to share more info afterwards. We've got various PDFs sort of showcasing who we work with. But in short, we basically help businesses, events agencies and individuals book keynote speakers, celebrity event hosts, comedians for events that they're planning throughout the year. We've worked with so many different businesses, whether that's a local cricket club to Shell, a massive global company, and we work both here in the UK, internationally. So people, sort of some of the names you've heard of: Davina McCall, Captain Tim Peake, recently Deborah Meaden, Jason Manford, Tim Campbell, and various others. I could go on listing them, but I won't bore you. Having said that, we work internationally. We've worked on events in places like Singapore, Italy, Hawaii, Sardinia, and Croatia. So, whilst a lot of the work goes on here in the UK, we will travel with talent, and we will make sure that they get to where they need to be, so that you guys are happy when you booked them and paid a lot of money for their airfare and made sure that they are where they need to be. Kind of brands we work with, like I said, we've worked with the likes of Shell, Mondelez, Palex, the Co-op, Bodyform, KFC, but then we work with small to medium sized enterprises, and like I said, really sort of I guess at the not at the lowest level, that sounds degrading, but sort of at community level, cricket clubs, football clubs, rugby clubs. So yeah, a real mix, and it's quite good fun, because I think sometimes it's great to work with big businesses, but it's also really nice to sort of help organizations within a local community, especially when you get some of the feedback on some of the speakers that they book and how much they enjoyed it. Obviously, we work across a range of different speaker categories. So whether that's sporting speakers you're looking for, motivational, technology speakers, which is massive at the moment, getting a lot of requests for AI speakers, or speakers that can talk about future of work. So that's really popular. And of course, military speakers. People love listening to military speakers. It's a world that we as civilians don't really know too much about. So it's quite interesting listening to them. In terms of us as a business, we're completely remote, so we have really low overheads. Which how does that benefit you? Well, it means that we keep our costs down, and ultimately can be really competitive. So generally, quite a lot of the feedback that we get is, "Oh wow, you're a lot cheaper than, say, using a London-based agency who have over 30 staff, huge offices to have to pay for." So that's real sort of key benefit that sort of sets us apart. We've Joe, who works alongside me, painstakingly created an internal database now that we have about 700 people on. We know all their requirements, we know their guide fees. So if, for example, your CEO, your line manager comes to you today and says, I want costs for this person, this person, this person, and I want them yesterday, you can contact me or Joe or any of the other team. We'll come back to you within an hour with those costs. So you can, obviously deliver real-time information to your line manager, your CEO, whoever it might be. And that gets them, that gets the decision-making process going a lot quicker. In terms of what we, obviously, as well as trying to find the speaker for you, we take care of all the contracting, logistics, invoicing. You don't have to worry about any of that headache. And we'll organise a briefing call, obviously, with you and the speaker ahead of the event, or the host ahead of the event, just so that everyone's there, everyone knows what they're doing, and the speaker or host or comedian or whoever they might be will ultimately deliver on the day and give you an event to remember.
Benny, do you mind can I ask you a couple of questions? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Is virtual popular anymore? Is that, like we were just talking about that before? Just because, again, some of us, especially those more global companies, find it difficult sometimes to get everybody together. Is virtual still a big market?
Virtual was massive from basically during COVID, so that took over. It was huge, and now what you're finding more and more is hybrid. Well, if people are to do virtual, it'll be alongside a live event. So, for example, we had a speaker who was talking about diversity and inclusion. This was with KPMG, and basically she actually attended the event in person in London, but then they plugged in, basically all the offices around the world were allowed to plug into the event and watch live. So that's kind of how it works now. We'll rarely do just a virtual. We can do it, and we've got obviously tech teams that can assist with getting that set up for the client if they've not already sourced that. Most of the time they have. We're normally the last person people come to once they've booked, you know, once they've found the venue, booked the venue, done everything else, and then they go, oh crap, we need a speaker. Yeah, we'll give Benny a call. So
Yeah.
so yeah, so that to answer that question, I hope I've answered that Dan.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we're basically just here to take that stress away from you and ensure that you get the right person for your event. But yeah, thanks again, everyone. Thanks for taking
That's
the time
okay.
to listen. Sorry if I've bored you.
No, you
But yeah.
haven't. Well, I was going to ask Benny. I was going to ask who's the most popular. Who is it? Who is the most popular at the moment? Who is it that you just can't? Everybody wants them. Everybody always like who are you allowed to share that with us?
Yeah, of course. Well, I would say 2 years ago. I mean, I'll go on to now, but 2 years ago, when he sort of was doing all of his stuff online and with Diary of a CEO, literally I'd say every day we get an inquiry for Stephen Bartlett. Everyone wanted him, and what's really funny now is like no one's inquiring about him because everyone's had him. And also he's increased his fees massively, so that's enough to put people off. But I'd say at the moment we're doing a lot of work with Davina McCall. She's a really popular speaker, mainly because obviously she was campaigning for menopause, and for people to understand more about how it affects women, and also from a male side. So we get a lot of companies coming to us asking if she'll come and talk to the company as a whole so people can understand that better. So yeah, quite a lot of events that are booked with her are about health and well-being, and particularly after she had her obviously her brain tumor surgery. So she's really popular at the moment. We've also just started working with Sir Gareth Southgate. So he's now starting to do some more speaking work now. Obviously he doesn't manage England anymore and he's got a bit more time on his hands. And then in terms of others, comedians are really popular. So we've booked Alan Carr for a couple of our clients this year. He's gone down an absolute storm. The first one that he did in February, he's doing one later in the year. But comedians, anyone like Alan Carr, Kevin Bridges, Lee Francis, Paddy McGuinness, Jason Manford, they're all just brilliant. And they'll turn up at an event and they really they'll do a sort of 5 to 10 minute kind of, if you like, set at the start that gets everyone warmed up. And then what they tend to do as well is if you want to sort of not be unkind, but take the mickey out of a few people in the company, generally it'll always be the CEO or the FD or basically someone that everyone will laugh at and have great joy in laughing at. They'll build that into their set. So for Palex, who we work with, we did their event in February, and Alan obviously built in a bit of banter around their CEO and made a bit of fun of him, but in a good way, not so much that he wouldn't pay the check at the end of the gig.
No. I was with my dad the other day and he said, how did I create a mixture of Julian Clary, Alan Carr, Danny LaRue and Eddie Izzard? And I was like, thanks for that, Dad. Like, that's really kind of you. Love you. But Benny, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for organising it all as well.
No worries. So we'll head over now to Kathy. So Kathy, I works with No Ordinary Hospitality Management, and it's probably one of the most people that every time I see her, she's got a new hotel that's added to her collection or a new concept that she's looking after. And I saw her at CHS, and I was like, "You're looking after that one now as well. It's fantastic." But I knew Kathy. We met many years ago, but she started to work at the iconic Coombe Abbey in Coventry, which I also believe, and I'm yet to come over and experience, Kathy, has just recently undergone a refurbishment project as well. So it's exciting to welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And hi, everyone. So I'm going to try and switch to my presentation. Let's see if I can do this successfully.
Thank you. There we go.
Is it on?
Yeah, all good.
Oh, cool. Why can't I see it? Right. Very great.
It's definitely
Right.
there, I promise you. Babe.
Okay, good.
There we go.
Right, so yeah, I'm Kathy. I look after a few venues in the Midlands as No Ordinary Hospitality, and this is a little snapshot before I kind of dive deeper into each of the venues. But they're all in the Midlands, and they're all really beautiful venues. So I will be sharing pictures and spaces with you. So I'll start with the lovely Clayton Abbey Hotel, based in it's in Coventry. It's a stunning hotel, nice for business, for leisure, bespoke events. There's something for everyone at Clayton. And it's a great location. Some great images I'll just share. I'll just go through them so you can get a feel and flavour of the venue and the size of the venue. That's the entrance going in, overlooking the park, and then that's the terrace, and that's the lobby. So as Dan mentioned, we are having a refresh and a refurb of our rooms. It's almost complete. And these are some of our meeting rooms. We've got 11 meeting rooms in total, 121 bedrooms, but there's a lot of charm and character at Clayton Abbey Hotel. As soon as you come in, you get that kind of wow factor. The service is excellent, and there's an experience for everyone. We are having an open day to share our refresh and refurb, and these are bedrooms, which is on the 5th of June. So I will share this invite with you guys as well. But it's from 5 to 8, welcome drinks, refreshments, food. We'll have our team from Go 8 there as well, so then they can share some of the activities they can do, and some of the new activities, which is something like they're doing like archery tag. So it's like a team building game, which we can do on site and also over at Go 8. So we'll get to experience that as well. This is an image of one of my newly refurbished rooms. So this is the walnut room, which has all been refreshed. So that's a kind of a sneak peek as to what it will look like. What I forgot to tell you, so for the summer, we have got a summer package to encourage people to kind of think about cleaning for anything they might want to do during the summer meetings, where you can have a barbecue on the lawn, team games. We've got some ice creams during the afternoon tea break, strawberries. So just trying to get a bit creative around the offering for summer and using Clayton Abbey as a venue and space for your meeting. At Clayton, we also have a lot of private dining spaces, so we're all about leisure as well. We've got our vacation package. All our rooms can be used for private dining. We've got the amazing We Cook, You Carve, which is a really popular package as well. We do a lot of public events. So these are a sample of our public events over at Clayton. So you can book individually or in groups or as corporate groups. Some really, I mean, our real regular ones are medieval banquets and our murder mysteries, but these are just some of the different stuff that we do. I don't want to talk about it, but I am going to talk about it, Christmas. So we are doing Christmas in New York this Christmas. So whole of December, our marquee will be decorated as Christmas in New York. So we'll have all the props, everything there. All our events will have a nice Christmas theme. And we've already launched our brochure and we are taking bookings. So if anyone's interested, do give me a shout. We'll do some other festive events as well. Our festive lunch with Santa is brilliant. The whole of Coombe is amazing at Christmas. We have our carol singers. We have our Santa welcoming all our guests, and it's a real magical experience. I talked about it earlier. So Go 8 is on site, and we do partner with Go 8. So it's there on the park, but also we've got activity fields. So if you want to do anything creative with team building, we've got Go 8 right on our doorstep, which is really, really helpful. Then we also look after, as part of No Ordinary Hospitality, we also look after the avenue at Coombe, which is at Clayton Abbey Parks. You've got the Vista Experience Centre. And there you've got a whole host of retail outlets that we look after as well. So we've got the Sunday Club, there's a cafe there. We've got the artisan food market. There's a little playground area called Hermit's Hollow. So there's quite a lot there. So if you are visiting Coombe as a site, you've got the park with a visitor centre, then you've also got the Clayton Abbey Hotel as well. So that was Coombe. I'm going to go on to my next one. Is everyone still awake and live?
Yeah, 100%. And I was waiting
Yeah.
to see who would be the first person that would mention Christmas. So Kathy got in there first.
I know. I'm so sorry. I feel so
No,
bad
I love
mentioning
it. We've got to
Christmas.
talk. I've got 3 Christmas party inquiries I've been working on this week, so it's perfect for this time. So thank you, Kathy.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Put my mind at rest. Yeah, so my next one is St Mary's Guildhall. So this is a lovely, quaint venue, historic venue in the heart of Coventry. So anybody knows Coventry, you've got the cathedral, we've got the cathedral ruins, and we're right next to it on Bailey Lane. It's a real nice part of Coventry. It's a historic venue, so you can first and foremost go and visit the Guildhall and learn all about the Guildhall and the history. So it's there as a visitor attraction. But alongside that, we at No Ordinary Hospitality help with the corporate side of things. So this great hall, with all its history, can be hired for meetings and events. So we can host about 120 in there. It's a great space, really unique. Great acoustics. It goes to that evening event as well as the daytime. Lovely venue. We also look after Tail the Tea restaurant, which is there in Undercroft. And this is really special, this space. It's quite unique in Coventry. I mean, you've got, in that location, you've got like Cozy Club, Turtle Base, Slug and Lettuce, but Tail Tea is kind of just a bit of a different level. The same team, you get the same service as you do at Coombe, because it's our team manage and operates Tales of Tea. And it's got great reviews. You can hire it for celebrations. It's a real nice experience, is what I was saying. The feedback's been amazing there. We also have some meeting rooms there, a little bit more simple, but they're good in a good location, and the rates are really, really competitive. So that was St Mary's Guildhall. So the next 2 venues I look after are Stoneleigh Abbey and Ixal, and we basically work with them on a support basis where we help sell and bring in corporate business to these venues. They're very much known for weddings at the weekends, but we are kind of working with them to bring in corporate business and raising the awareness around that. So the first one is Stoneleigh Abbey. Now, Stoneleigh Abbey is just outside Coventry, quite near Kenilworth, quite near Warwick Conferences and Warwick University. It's a lovely venue. It's another historic venue, so you can go in this beautiful mansion house. You can go and learn all about Stoneleigh Abbey and how Jane Austen resided there, and all the history that comes along with it. It's really beautiful, and it sits on such beautiful grounds as well. I mean, it overlooks the River Avon. I mean, that's the orangery there. It's stunning. So this is one of my new ones. This is the one that Daniel didn't know that he looked after. So that's that one. So it does have a lovely riding school as well, which can be hired for banquets for up to 300 people. Again, a lovely site, great service. What's nice about these 2 venues is you've got bespoke catering, so you don't have to stick to traditional catering. You can kind of go off and go for Asian style, and you might want Lebanese or Greek. We've got access to different chefs, so therefore different cuisines we can offer within our packages, which is quite unique. This is the saloon room in the main house. It's absolutely stunning. It's got a white carpet. Don't know how it's still white, but it is. We have a lot of events in there. You have to be mindful of the food, but it's a great space. Really, really different. Real kind of Downton Abbey kind of feel, and Bridgeton vibes is what I would say. Stunning rooms. That's at Orangery there. So the last venue I look after is the Ixal Event Centre. Some people might know it. It sits on Dallas Burston Polo Grounds, just over in Southam. A great exclusive use venue. So if you've got anything kind of where you're looking for a large venue, I mean, look at this amazing space. It's absolutely stunning. It's all purpose built. It's got great capacity, up to 800 stages built in. It's got access to vehicles as well. So any big showcase events, product launches, that type of event, it's brilliant for. At Christmas, mentioning Christmas again, we decorate for the whole of Christmas. So this year the theme is Moulin Rouge, and the events there are amazing. Don't know if anyone's been, but they're absolutely stunning there. They really go all out, and the package includes entertainment, scene tables, everything. It's all themed massively, and that's acceptable for a conference. It's got lovely reveal curtains you can see there, where you can actually do a big reveal to the room. And then you've got other spaces within the space. You've got the Oak Lounge and patio overlooking the polo grounds. The grounds are absolutely beautiful. these are the meeting booths overlooking the main room. And you've got the Horizon Lounge, you've got a champagne lounge. It's absolutely beautiful in a great location. And new actually for that venue is there's a 42-bedroom hotel on site now. So again, that's good for that venue.
Amazing.
So that is me. That is me. Sorry,
Thank you
that's
so-
been a bit long.
No, don't worry, Kathy. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's quite fast paced in terms of you've got a lot to get through, so completely
I have.
appreciate it. I know, and like I said, our members really find this really interesting. So thank you, because it just saves them so much time. So we really, really appreciate that. So thank you, Kathy. So on to Camelia now, who's going to be talking to us about the Fumo and San Carlo group. How are you, lovely?
I'm good, thank you, Dan, and hi
Good.
everyone. Actually, Kathy, I'm like, I never knew about your venues. I'm like, I'm still like taking it more.
I know there's a
I
lot.
love the photos and everything. Wow.
Lovely to
Beautiful.
see us.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I need to come over and see Stoney, because I've just never seen it before, but it looks absolutely stunning.
It's
Exactly. Like now I want to just go and visit, see the real life experience. Right.
Yes, so tell us all about you, lovely.
Right, so I'm Camelia and I work for San Carlo Restaurant Group. I look after the 3 venues they have in Birmingham. So that's San Carlo, Fumo Waterloo Street, and Fumo Selfridges, 3 venues. But we are a chain, a chain of Italian restaurants. We have 24 restaurants in the UK and 10 more internationally, with another 5 upcoming in like Miami, Egypt, Morocco. Yeah, and we are quite present on the market in the Middle East, like Qatar, Saudi. They just opened Dubai a year and a half ago as well. Yeah. And we are very well known in the football industry, in the football. If you come into our restaurant, you'll see pictures on the walls with footballers and famous people, David Beckham, Sylvester Stallone, and all of that. Yeah. So although we are a chain of restaurants, we still pride ourselves to not have a central kitchen. So our food is cooked freshly on site, on each side, by our talented chefs. And we are still family owned. So yeah. Mr. Carlo Di Stefano, he started the restaurants. He opened the first restaurant in Birmingham, San Carlo, Birmingham. He's been here for almost 33 years. And then they went on and opened in other big cities like Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds. We have London, a few sites in London, like 8 or 9 restaurants. They just opened another one 2 weeks ago. So it's hard to keep everything that they do and open. Right, so in the Birmingham venues, capacity, it really depends what type of events people are looking for, but usually Fumo, Waterloo Street, and San Carlo, I use them for corporate events. Fumo can accommodate up to, let's say, 60, 65 people for a sit-down meal, and then we have the 360 degrees bar area. So I'll host a networking event there for, let's say, 40, 50 people. I can rope off the area. And then in San Carlo, I have the upper floor and the lower one. Upstairs, up to 70, 80 people we use for Christmas parties, and the downstairs ones with the flowery ceiling that probably everyone knows, has seen pictures of. That's for about like 50 to 60 people. We do work with set menus for corporates for bookings. However, we quite flexible. We can look at and work around the people's budget if they want more of a bespoke set menu or an experience, maybe some sharing plates. As well, Fumo is a Cicchetti style restaurant, so that's a small place to share. Obviously, people can have them individually as well. You don't have to share your food. But it's quite nice, like when it's, let's say, a set menu and you don't need pre-orders. And that's what I love about FOMO, because it's less work for me, less work for the organizer. You just choose the set menu. It's like 10 dishes there, come in 3 ways, starter, main, dessert, but everyone gets to try from everything. So let's say it's like 4 or 5 starters, they all shared, and everyone gets the chance to try from everything. And as well, the desserts, they're like mini bites of our desserts, and it's quite a interactive experience, I would say, in FOMO, but it breaks the ice. So when you have people that probably they don't know each other and you want them to interact more with each other, and yeah, it kind of breaks the ice, because it's an intimate thing to share a meal. So yeah, that's why it's like, oh, you want this, you want that, do you want to try this? How do you like it, and so on. And San Carlo offers more of a classic experience when it comes to dining. It's the standard 2-3 course meal. Yeah, so that's in terms of food, style of restaurants, capacities. I think I've covered that.
No, that's great.
Menu.
What you've just launched a new menu, haven't you? Literally like
Yes.
last week.
Yes, that was so well received because we just have like some dishes that they just look spectacular. Yeah.
Oh no. So
She's obviously like the pesto, like pasta with pesto and the burrata, like who doesn't like that, you know? Yeah, so although it's like simple ingredients, you know, it will be a burrata and a tomato or pesto or something. It's like simple ingredients, but it's so tasty and full of flavor. And we have our sourcing department. They do travel when we change the menus. They do travel to Italy to look for wines and food. So a lot of our food we just imported from Italy just to maintain that authenticity, that Italian taste. Christmas, because Kathy mentioned it. We don't have our Christmas menu just yet. However, we plan, yeah, hopefully we're gonna have this in the next like 2-3 months. But already we started to receive inquiries, so spaces are filling up. Obviously, we use last year's menu as an example, and usually it doesn't change much. The price doesn't change much as well. It'll probably be just like £1-2 increase, but yeah, it's getting big now.
No,
The
that's
Christmas
great.
period already. Yeah, and we also just launched our canapé menu because we didn't have one, and every single time someone was inquiring, "Oh, can we do some canapés at the beginning of the event?" And then we were going to sit down. You know, I was like, try to with chefs to put something together. So we just launched our canapé menu as well for anyone that wants, let's say, a standing drinks reception. We have a very nice canapé menu, and we can go that either in San Carlo or Fumo.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and I think
Camilla.
that's me.
I
Thank
think
you so much.
the most important thing I think as well was for those of you watching it back, for those of you that are on the call today, is sometimes we don't know who our key contact is at each venue, and it's really important. Camilla wanted to make sure that she can introduce herself and that she could help you with any of the venues across the UK. And hopefully some of those internationally, especially the one in Morocco. I'm looking to go there, Camilla, so I'll tap you up when I'm going over there in September. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to see
Pleasure.
you. And
You.
last but of course not least, Kira. First of all, Kira has just come back from maternity leave, bless her, and it's so lovely to see you back again. Thank you for coming to join us today.
No,
How you
thank
doing?
you. It's
I think
good
I'd
to
only
be here.
see you. Wasn't it your 3-day, third day back when I saw you last
Yeah.
time?
So
Yeah.
you'll have to bear with me because the presentation I got sent from the team is considerably shorter, so it's probably good I'm last. So it'll be more of me talking. So
No, please do.
So I'll share now. Bear with
Thank
me.
you. And I think I'm really glad that Clayton have come on board and joined us as well,
Yeah.
because there's so many. Birmingham is obviously, it's always booming. There's lots of different stuff going on, but Clayton is just, I knew it from Hotel Latour many years ago, has got a great reputation inside. It's fantastic, and it's such a great hotel. I think sometimes because of the location in terms of where people tend to be a bit more attracted towards Colmore Row. It's not it's not the be all and end all of Birmingham.
No, definitely not.
Clayton is a massively amazing hotel that we have in Birmingham, and I'm just so glad that you're here today to tell everybody about it, babe. So thank you.
Is my slides are up, aren't they?
Yeah, all
Fab.
good.
Yeah, so following on from Dan, so our hotel opened in 2012. We were previously Hotel Latour, which some of you may be familiar with. In 2017, we were bought by a hospitality group called Delata, and we were rebranded as a Clayton. I have worked here when it was Latour. I worked here when it's Clayton. I left for a bit, which I don't mention too much. Then I came back. I've just come back from maternity leave, so I had twins in July. So it's just really great to sort of be back in the city, going back out sort of networking events, and there's just been so much change. So we are right next to the metro station construction site, which it is at the moment, but that's due to then open in November, so it's very exciting for us. I'll just go through now, and look, I'll just talk because I know lots of people have seen sort of venue presentations before, but so we have 218 rooms. We previously had 174. We added 44 more in COVID. We refurbed 44 last summer, and we are refurbing another 44 this summer. Just going through these images here, you'll see at the bottom that's our restaurant space. So that was all refurbed in 2021. Above that is our private dining space. So that can accommodate up to 24 people. So it's great for like corporate dinners. It's great for afternoon teas, hen dos, anything like that. So it's a great space that we find, baby showers, gender reveals. It's a really nice intimate space but for all different kinds of events. Our bar and restaurant, we extended it, so we shortened the bar, and then it now can accommodate up to 120 people. We have 11 meeting spaces. Meeting room 1 and 2, it's not on here now. We actually are booked in to have our a refresh on our photos this summer. But meeting room 1 and 2, it's a great space because it's got a roof terrace, and you can see the ball ring, and you can see Digbeth, where all the production studios are going to be. You can see the HS2 site, and then you can see the Metro site. Hopefully in the summer there'll be some nice trees put back as well. So it's just a real, if you love Birmingham, it's a great landscape to sort of look over for sort of barbecues or any corporate events. The big thing that we get is our location. So we are Birmingham city centre, but we're not the Colmore Row side. So we are next to BCU. We are we're en route if you head into East Side Rooms. We're right next to Millennium Point, Moore Street. So really, yes, the Metro is going to be there to make it a lot more accessible, but we aren't that much of a walk when it comes to location in terms of the city centre. And it's sort of getting that idea across as well. For me, really today, it's a bit of an intro to sort of say, I'm back in Clayton. If there's anything that anyone needs in terms of bedrooms, group inquiries, conference, Christmas. We do Christmas so we do sharer parties either on our conference floor, or we do sharer parties or private parties in our restaurant space as well. So 2 very different spaces, so we can do 2 very different offerings when it comes to Christmas. And just really thank you, Dan, really for this platform to be able to sort of reach out. So yeah, that is a very short, from me.
No, but that was great, because again, looking at those pictures, again, I think people get back in the Clayton,
I'll have better ones. I'll have better ones in August.
I loved it, didn't I, when I come back in and had to chat with you? It was really great. Bless you. I mean, to deal with me 3 days after you come back after maternity leave, I wouldn't wish that on anyone, but bless her, she had me and it was great.
I have 2 babies at home, so anything work related is a lot calmer than 2 10-month-olds.
I love it. But I was going to say, Kira, can you just tell us where your other locations are across the UK, where you can help other members with as well?
We have
Bristol
55 plus hotels. Oh no, there's loads, Dan. But in terms of UK, we've got Bristol, obviously ourselves in Birmingham. We've got 2 in Glasgow. We've got 4 in Manchester, 1 in Liverpool, 4 in London, a 5th site just bought. We've just announced 1 in Madrid, Amsterdam, Dusseldorf. Majority of our hotels are Ireland. We're an Irish hospitality group. 17 of them are in Dublin. So very known brand, Maldron and Clayton, very known throughout Ireland. So again, it's just like pushing that profile in the UK and now mainland Europe as well. So it's all very exciting.
Amazing. Well, listen, thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you for those who have joined us as well on the virtual call. Thank you to anyone watching this back. I know that everyone on this call would love to have a connect with you, have a conversation with you. Everyone's on LinkedIn. Please connect with them. If you would like any specific intros to any of the suppliers or partners that you've met today, just drop me a line, let me know. I'll link you up. Anything that they share with me, I'll share out as well by way of follow-up. We'll download the recording, upload it onto our YouTube channel, so it's always going to be there for you to refer back to at any point. I just want to say we would not be able to operate as a community without the financial support of all of these partners. So it's really important, if we can as a community really try to invest in their products and services and support them. And trust me, they've been through the dance scum 100% guaranteed to make sure that they're amazing partners to work with. And I absolutely love working with each and every one of you. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.